The venerable participants on the first day, thoughts which require deep reflection and a greater attempt to make them part and parcel of our day-to-day existence. Today's two-session discussion has been of a different nature altogether, more philosophical, may appear even more abstract, and yet more topical, namely the establishment of a proper relationship, or rather a discovery of the existing relationship between spiritual ideals and social values of life. We had, as during the first 2 days, very learned contributions by stalwarts in the field of the study of subjects of this kind. Dr. M.P. Panditji from Arvind Ashram, Dr. S.B. Singh from Aligarh University, and now from Venerable Dr. Vishnu-Devananda from Gurukul Kangri University, a great Vedic scholar and a standing example, an embodiment, we may say, in his own personality of Vedic and monetary culture. We have all listened to this profound dissertation by Dr. Rajesh, which is immensely edifying and satisfying to the soul, to say the least. As I tried to point out in a few words in the morning today, the question of trying to find or establish a relation between spirituality and society is something like trying to build a bridge to connect God and man. On the assumption, a presupposition that there is a dichotomy, a gulf already existing between spirituality and society, between the supreme creative principle and the manifested universe. But we may raise a question in our own minds: how come this issue at all into the prominence of a great controversy through the history of philosophy and religious dispositions? Why should there have a reason, a necessity to find a relationship between God and man, between the pursuit of the spirit and the implementation of social values in one's own personal life? This question arises on account of a peculiar, defective arrangement of the constitutive elements which go to make up the human personality itself. The gulf does not exist between God and man or spirituality and society, but there is a gulf between what man is and what he appears to be. The social man and the true man seem to be standing apart. There appears to be a schism within the structure of the human psyche itself. Man seems to be a double personality. It is within man that we have to establish a relationship. What alignment we are required to establish is more within the structure and pattern of the human individual rather than between God and human society. The perception of a difference between the creator and the created behind the recognition of a distance between human values, call them social values, and spiritually oriented values and aspirations. It is in the habit of human thinking to find a peculiar irreconcilability between the present condition of social existence and the nature of a future fulfillment of human aspiration. The end result of all evolution, we may say, the very purpose of all existence and human endeavor. We live in a world which is constituted in a particular manner. We live in a society which is of a specific character, and we ourselves are people of one particular kind. None of us is satisfied with himself or other. No one says that present-day human society is a desirable type of society. There is dissatisfaction with every kind of solution that has been found for bringing about a transvaluation of values and to seek a remedy for the ills of life. The ills are visible to our eyes, but the remedy is not so very clear before our eyes. Here we have automatically established a psychological distance between the present state of affairs, individually, socially, and universally, and the aspired goal which seems to be in our mind. Why should any one of us be dissatisfied with this world, with our own selves and the present-day human society? Dissatisfaction is certainly, obviously, logically an indication of there being a state of affairs which is totally other than the prevailing conditions in the world. This unwittingly accepted proposition that the world can be other than what it is now, and human society ought to be different from what it is at present indicates that transcendence, a kind of otherworldly character introduced into the goal of our aspirations. It was discussed in the morning whether the ideal of Indian society, human society, religion and spirituality is in any way otherworldly. Swami Chidananda Maharaj said during his few-word conclusion that the goal is certainly otherworldly, but it is also not otherworldly for another reason altogether. These ideas are a little complicated, which require careful analysis and consideration. A study, an investigation into issues of this kind is like the solution of a mathematical proposition or the deduction of logical categories, not to be taken lightly as a type of after-dinner novel which you may read this way or that way. The otherworldly character of human aspiration or the goal of human aspiration becomes obvious from the fact that nothing in this world can satisfy us. If the goal of our aspiration is only in this world and not out of the world, if the kingdom of heaven is here and not elsewhere, there will be no sorrow, no pain, no suffering, no perception of evil throughout the process of human history. It has been said that life is a vale of tears. We weep either covertly or overtly, within ourselves or in the public. But we always weep, in the sense that our soul is in a state of distress. We stifle the consciousness of this distress of the soul many a time by drinking the liquor of sensory satisfactions and causing titillations to the nerves by various gadgets of a material nature or a psychological nature, all which attempt on the part of the human being as, instead of bringing about a solution to the existing problem, seems to have made matters worse. Today people are apprehensive of a possible descending of the world into lower and lower realms of involvement, rather than the expected evolution of it to a higher and higher aspiration and fulfillment culturally or even intellectually. The finitude that characterizes everything in this world, the fact of death that cannot free anyone from its clutches, the final eluding character of every kind of happiness in this world, the transitory nature of everything, the very evolutionary character of the universe itself, establishes what we may call the otherworldly character of the goal that our soul aspires for. It is otherworldly in a very, very specific, scientific, logical sense. And from these little words that I spoke just now, you would have been able to gather, in what sense it is otherworldly? Why should Christ have taken so much trouble of preaching the gospel of the kingdom of heaven to come by self-discipline, austerity, self-control and service if the kingdom of heaven is in this earth itself? All is well with this world and there is no need to say anything further about it. But the saints and sages, the incarnations, and even human conscience in its varied manifestations have been pointing out that the kingdom of perfection is not in this world. If by the term world we are to understand the visible material composition of an exterior presentation in the form of elements like earth, water, fire, air and ether, this astronomical universe, and this human entity and this society constituted of these human entities. Our aspiration, our longing, our desire, our hunger and our thirst is not going to be appeased or quenched by anything that this world can promise. This many a time we realize in our own leisurely hours, and everyone has to realize it one day or the other, at least towards the end of one's life. If nothing in the world is going to satisfy us finally, the goal of life is not in this world. In this sense, the great spiritual ideal is otherworldly. But it is not otherworldly in another sense altogether. If the perfection that we seek, the goal that we aspire for, the God who created this universe, is outside this world in the sense of a totally otherworldly, disconnected existence, there would be no ladder to connect the world with the perfection aspired for, or the God who might have created this world. The attainment of God, the achievement of perfection, the goal of life would be a chimera, a sheer abstraction with no substantial or solid content. If it is impossible to attain it, merely because of the fact of the otherworldliness of its character, there being no connection between the world and the otherworldly nature of its existence, but the possibility of the fulfillment of this ideal, which is vouchsafed by the very fact of the arising of a desire for such a perfection, points out another aspect of this issue, namely that the otherworldly character of the final goal of human aspiration is also somehow or other vitally connected with this earthy, worldly life. This physical tabernacle of the human personality, this gross, dusty earth, this material world, this lowest level of the descent of reality in the process of evolution is in the worst of its involvement, yet nevertheless connected with the highest of possibilities, the supreme absolute itself. The cause, which is the original creative principle, say our scriptures, has gradually come down by a gradational descent of condensation of involvement into the lowest of categories we call matter. The Upanishadic categorization of these stages of involvement go by the names of Anna, Prana, Manas, Vijnana and Ananda, corresponding to the well-known sheaths of the human personality, the koshas as they are called, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya. That means to say, the levels of physicality, mentality, intellectuality and causality. These are the sheaths of human individuality, or for the matter of that, any kind of individuality whatsoever. That we are involved in the human body in this physical vestment is a well-known fact. That we live in a physical world which is utterly material also is something well-known to us. We are materially involved personally, individually as well as socially. All our acquisitions, all our needs in this world have finally been clinched by the word material. There is nothing non-material anywhere in this world. Neither we as physical bodies have anything non-material, nor the world which is material can be anything other than what it is. We seem to be groping in a darkness of physical involvement, yet this lowest of involvement which is entirely material, physical, dark, earthly, is also the footstool of the supremely transcendent Absolute. In the description of the Virat Swarupa, we have recorded in the Purusha Sukta of the Veda and also in the epics like the Mahabharata, the Ramayana and the Puranas like the Vishnu Purana, the Srimad Bhagavata, etc. we are told, earth is the footstool. The material level constitutes the feet of the Almighty. The lowest manifestation is the lowest part of a humanly conceived picturization of the Almighty Principle. All things are included within the vast evolutionary process we call creation, arising from an unending principle, spatially as well as temporally, and finding its completion in the physical earth. People like us who live in the physical world have to realize God. It is absolutely essential to achieve this perfection, and at least some of us who are here in this holy atmosphere would have been fully convinced of this necessity to work for God's realization or self-realization as it is sometimes called. But this longing of ours would be a futile attempt if there had been no connecting link or a possible relationship between our present involvement, which is of the worst possible involvement, if there had been no link between this state of affairs with the highest potentialities and possibilities, divinely conceived. The relationship between spiritual ideals and social values would have been made a little clear by this little bit of analysis of the circumstances prevailing in this world as a last evolute in the process of evolution, the final element that has come out from the supreme creative principle, yet having its connection with the ultimate cause. The ultimate cause, according to the Vedanta, according to the Sankhya, is the Supreme Purusha, the universal intelligence. Brahman, as the Vedanta or the Upanishad calls it. The terminology of these lofty doctrines has its own ways of describing the gradual manifestation of things. The Sankhya would tell us that the potential for the manifestation of the world, the pressure point for the externalization of the universal, is the Prakriti. Mula Prakriti constituted of a threefold involvement: Sattva, Rajas and Tama, through which the Supreme Purusha gets reflected, as it were. As the Sankhya would put it, in the manner of the reflection of an object brought before or to the proximity of a pure crystal. The condensation of potentiality, the coming into a formation of greater and greater density of universality takes place gradually. To put it in the language of the Vedanta philosophy, Brahman becomes Ishvara, Ishvara becomes Hiranyagarbha, Hiranyagarbha becomes Virat. In the language of the Sankhya, Prakriti becomes Mahat, Mahat becomes Ahankara, all which finally mean one and the same thing from two different angles of definition. These terms, Prakriti, Mahat, Ahankara or Ishvara, Hiranyagarbha and Virat, actually mean a universal process of condensation of the ultimate universality, which is Brahman or Purusha. After the manifestation of the physical universality called Virat, there is a further creative action taking place, through which we have a tripartite division of the contents of creation, Adhyatma or the individual, the Bhuta or the objective universe. The objectivity of the universe arises only after this tripartite division takes place, consequent upon the manifestation of Virat, in which condition there is no such division. The Adibhuta is the physical objective universe. The Adhyatma is the subjective percipient. You, I and everyone that cognizes, perceives things. And the connecting link between the subjective and the objective sides, the Daiva, a superintending similitude. They are all highly technical things. But the mention of these principles becomes necessary to bring about some sort of an understanding of what relationship exists between the spiritual and the material, the transcendent and the immanent, or rather the principle of God and human society. The individual man is, according to the doctrine of evolution, a kind of latecomer. Prior to him there were earlier creations. This doctrine is not merely a finding of Western culture, not of Darwin or Lamarck, but it is mentioned also in the Puranas like the Srimad Bhagavata. And as I mentioned today in the morning, we have a mention of it also in the Aitareya Aranyaka. That means to say, from the grossest of elements into which is the Virat descended in the form of the five elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and rose, life principle, vegetation in the beginning, animality afterwards, and finally human nature. We human beings, which is human nature, constitute human society. Social values are human values. Individual values, personal values, my value, your value, all are included in what we call social values. A society is nothing but an agreed arrangement of psychic operations among human individuals for the purpose of personal security and personal advancement in any manner whatsoever. So, the evolution of the human individual, or rather the descent, we must say, of the human individual in the process of the creation as described in the manner mentioned in the terminology of the Vedanta philosophy, would point out, would highlight the fact that there is a living connection between man and God. That means to say, a vital connection between human society and the supreme divine principle. If this is the truth, any one of you will be able to immediately discover the fact of an eternal coordination, subsisting, operating, permeating between the highest and the lowest. In this context of our discussion, under the auspices of this seminary, the relationship between spiritual aspiration and social ideals, the connection between spiritual ideals and social values. The theme is intensely philosophical, highly analytical, requiring a sharp intellectual potentiality and leisure of mind to come to conclusions of this kind, which can be preferably and perhaps possibly achieved only through personal meditation. Intellectual discussions, scriptural studies, and orations will not finally satisfy the searching longing of the human soul. The perfection that we seek is within our own selves. It is God speaking within the deepest possibility of the human being, the Atman, which is nothing but Paramatman, localizing human circumstance. The universal Paramatman encased as it were within the locality of the human body is Atman. Thus is the obvious relationship between God and man, between the Creator and the universe, between spirituality and society, between the lowest and the highest, between the here and the hereafter. This astounding conclusion arrived at by the masterminds of the Vedas and the Upanishads in this country. or the final word, which is the only answer to the eternal query that torments human mind. What is life? What is its purpose? Where it is moving? To what it is tending? What it is aspiring for? In what it can find its fulfillment? With these few words, which attempted to bring about a little bit of coordination among the ocean-like contributions of the scholars who participated in this 3-day seminar. I request the Swami Madhavanand Maharaj to give his concluding blessing, with which he will perform the Purnahuti of the great yajna of a 3-day seminar on spiritual ideals and humanitarian values. Very yoga. Yasyantanadimatyam daikarjaranam namavatranasautam mayajanayvaranavali gurusonanapumtam najastri nākāram noikaranaki jnanavaranasya punyam nabhavam tattvam tattvamekam Sāya samarasam satgurum samnamāmi. Brother seekers, may the grace of the Lord Almighty and Sri Sadguru Swami Maharaj, we have been very fortunate indeed to assemble here and to have the privilege of having received the benediction of the various speakers. The last 3 days were contributed towards the method of aspiration, the aspirants in particular and the humanity in general. This is not actually concluding talk. Conclusion is going to be done by Swami Vishnu-Devananda Maharaj, who has just arrived. Of course, we always try to keep in mind the time at our disposal. And there is other programs also to follow. And then there are so many items to be fulfilled now, just now. What I meant to say is, all these 3 days, we have had some sort of food for thought. And it is not available very easily. Because the aspirants who seek to understand what one really is, whether he is the Panchatattva body, as I just now have been hearing from the learned talk of Swami Vishnu-Devananda Maharaj, preceded by Dr. Rakesh Maharaj, who had dealt with the
various aspects of human aspirations and also the method that is to be followed sincerely and honestly. And one thing you should always bear in mind, especially the aspirant. You should not be satisfied with your efforts, in whatever way in which you are now engaged. You should always, with Gurudev Swami Shivananda Maharaj used to say, if you are satisfied with your method of aspiration, wherein you want to understand your real self, you say that you are attained come to a certain stage, then he said, then there will be a stop there. You should always, Gurudev Swami Shivananda used to say always, I am a student till the last breath. Whatever we used to put it. We used to sometimes ask also. Swamiji, what is the need of your coming and sitting there? Because he used to be the first individual. If anyone had to come and give a talk, he used to be the first individual to come and occupy the seat. And sometimes we always, most of the time we used to be late. And used to be after him. He one day asked curiously, Swamiji, what is the message of your coming and sitting and sitting? You know all these things. Only a second thing for you. He said, no. I am an aspirant and I am a student till the last breath of my life. So when such individuals, such great personalities, nature was that, what to speak of ourselves. We should be ever vigilant. And even if you think that you are attained to some stage, there should not be satisfaction there. Because the highest stage is that where it will automatically stop. Your effort is not necessary. Automatically it stops. Then there is no necessity, a second entity or thought to arise there, because it stops itself and there is nothing further there. Till such time, we should always be vigilant and we will always be active. That has been the ardent wish, and also with redoubled vigor, they used to hammer this idea into us by all the predecessors from Narayana himself, the very beginning, right up to Gurudev Swami Shivananda. Everybody saying this is, especially this country has been very, very, very fortunate because it is an unbroken chain of guides and masters. And such being the case, it is really, I can't say, really it is a foolishness on our part not to take it seriously. Murkata. When everything is available, possible, it is ready-made and given to you, they are waiting for you to be guided, to guide you. And you don't seem to be ready to be guided. So, in conclusion, in today's talks, I may say that they are dealt the Vedas, the Upanishads, Sankhya, Yoga, in all aspects are touched, both of them. And now you will have an idea as to what really is your duty and what you should aspire, and the method that has been given to you in essence. If you are able to grasp even a portion, a little portion of it, and try to, as Dr. Rakesh Maharaj said, Manana Nidithyasana, Sravana Manana Nidithyasana. What we hear should not stop with mere sound. We always our ideas in our consciousness we give. Went to that by this sound. And this sound has got great significance. All those rishis of yours, even right up to the present time, they have given you what is necessary for us. And they also explain the connection between the aspirant and the goal, and also the method that is to be adopted. So it is up to us to take it up in all earnestness. And even as I told you, even a little portion of it, we try to make use of it in our everyday life. That itself will take you a step further. That step further is quite good enough, I may say, because even if you advance one step, you have done something in your life. Not that you should understand the ultimate reality immediately. As the concluding the speaker said, "Na Patma Kavachane Nalabhyo Na Medaya Na Bhuvna Satena." Not that it is necessary that you must learn all the scriptures and all the Vedas and Upanishads and Vedantas and all. But by your nature, if you try to control it, as our previous speaker, Dr. Rakesh said, da, that is controlling your senses, the outgoing senses, then try to be always daya and dana. The both aspects are that is trying to share whatever you have with others, and that is a positive quality of evolution. You must, every one of us, this is manushyatva, manava, daya, dana, and damya. Controlling yourself first and try to share with others. Then it's at that time will elevate ourselves, elevate our mind, and also not only the senses but also the consciousness. And these principles you have to always bear in mind and try to live accordingly in our everyday life. Now I request Swami Maharaj to conclude this 3-day seminar of Yoga and Vedanta.
Because you might think he has got someone else's painting, but he is a very, very talented artist who specializes in portrait. And Sri Ma Annamai ashram is filled with this wonderful, most beautiful, lifelike handiwork. Bholenath, Savaji, and Swami Muktanandi, mother of Sri Ma Annamai, and Swami Paramananda, Annamai Ma, and Didi, Gurupriya. All these wonderfully he has painted, and they adorn the great satsang hall of Annamai Ma's ashram in Kamkar. And Shaman Kumar there, he lives in Mathura, Vrindavan, Mathura district, and God has given this wonderful artwork. He has brought here for this occasion several of his paintings of Gurudev, thinking that perhaps he will be able to get the buyers for it. But unfortunately, the followers of Guru Maharaj, they belong to a category different from the followers of, for example, Sri Mahanandamai and followers of Aravindo and followers of Baba Muktanand, and many of them, they are all industrialists, multimillionaires and such people. So they will put the hand in their one pocket and then bring out the price of this, and they won't know. Other hand will not know what they have given. But here it so happens, the portraits, they range from 5,000 to 7,000 or 8,000, 9,000 per piece. And so he found that he has been only exhibiting them, but he has got no one to take them. But anyhow, this particular portrait he painted with a specific intention of presenting it to Swami Devananda. So this is not for sale even if you want it. So these portraits are being kept for sale every day at the Samadhi hall of Guru Maharaj. He brings them there every day because he is staying in Kalpar. He comes across with all his paintings, keeps them there because many people will come for Samadhi, and then in the evening, instead of taking only a few of them back, he takes all of them back. And so I suggest that several of our branches, if any single person is not in a position to purchase them, if there cannot be one single buyer for his picture, I suggest that supposing there is a branch like Bombay, it's a very prosperous branch, strong branch in Madras or Hyderabad or Calcutta or Bombay. Half a dozen people can pitch together and make up about 6,000 or 7,000. आपका रेंज कितना तक है जो पेंटिंग आपने लिया है? No, that price range. The price range of the pictures are from 4,500 to 7,000. One is of 3,000. So that which is of 3,000, any bank can purchase. If half a dozen people put 500 rupees, then and they can keep it for the branch premises. It may not be an individual purchase for a private home, they can keep it for the branch premises. So I really feel that he should not take back even one single piece back with him to Vrindavan. See? Art should be respected, and of course our financial limitations also are to be recognized. So I have suggested a way out. See? What one man cannot do, half a dozen people, 8 people, 10 people can do. And 7,000 headquarters Shivananda Ashram will purchase the 7,000 picture. Anyway. And Bombay branch will purchase the next picture. Anyway. And yes, Bombay branch will purchase. And Shivananda ashram, Bhakti Sadhana ashram of Maryland. Sita Medical Society will purchase one picture anyway. And so after 3 हो गया, एक तो गुरु महाराज ने ले लिया, एक तो बॉम्बे वालों ने ले लिया, एक तो अमेरिका वालों ने ले लिया. And Delhi, Karnal Sahab, Santji, Vimani Sahab, so he has booked one picture. So, Shivananda Electronics, वो ले लेंगे, 4 तो हो गया. और आप जितना है, आज शाम को यहाँ ले आ सकते हैं. शाम को ठीक 8:30 बजे यहाँ पहुँच जाएगी. ये तो all the pictures. And so I am very happy, and more than anything else, I am very, that is another my research sector. So I am very happy that his visit to Shivananda Ashram has been fruitful. And because I am telling you, you try to paint a picture like this. When you have to paint a picture like this, and I am most happy of all, I am seeing this Mate Deva. सब लोगों की सदा सर्वमंगलवती नारायण कशीलासन संयुक्ता श्री भगवान भगवान श्री हरि विष्णुदेवपुत्रं कचक्र हरिओ तत्सर्वनात्मनि. Blessed immortal Atman, beloved children of the Divine, my brethren of beloved and worshipful Holy Master Gurudev Swami Shivananda's worldwide spiritual family, very, very happy that we have been able to come here, attend and participate in this final concluding period of this 12-month-long centenary programs that commenced on 8th September of last year, 1986, with the stamp release function, release of Gurudev's stamp by the Government of India in its Ministry of Communication, Post and Telegraph and Communication. Minister Sri Mrga under him, and as you know, the Vice President of India, the then Vice President of India, Sri Venkataramanji Maharaj, who is presently the President, he was gracious enough to attend the function and release the stamp personally on the 8th of September 1986. From there, from that function, which took place simultaneously in nearly 23 different centers in India, the Post and Telegraph Department and this particular ministry has told us that this is an unprecedented case where a stamp release function was simultaneously carried out in more than 20 places all over India. First time ever in stamp release. And with that first opening function on 8th of September last year, these programs have commenced, and you who have been here from the 1st of September until today, the 6th, have witnessed the concluding 2 important programs, a 3-day conference on Gurudev, his personality, his life and teachings, and a 3-day seminar. A seminar on Indian culture in the context of the modern age. Gurudev Swami Shivananda's concept of divine life and spiritual ideals and social values upon these 3 days respectively, namely the 4th, the 5th, and today the 6th of September, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And with this, we complete the series of programs that has featured Lagurudri, Sudarshana Havan, Maharudri, Sudarshana Havan, Navagraha Havan, Dandi Path, Mrityunjaya Havan, and Bhagavad Saptaha, and Tulsi Ramayana Navaha, Valmiki Ramayana Navaha Katha, and 18 days discourses upon the Srimad Bhagavad Gita by the illustrious and very learned Mahamandaleshwar, who is the present pontiff occupying the seat of Kailas Ashram, a renowned ashram for traditional teaching of Vedanta in this area, which has already completed its centenary. So, Mahamandaleshwar Sri Swami Vijnanavidi Maharaj was gracious enough to come here maybe 2 hours in the morning, 8 to 10, and 2 hours in the evening, 3 to 5, for 18 days, and these wonderful discourses. And then we had Manohar Maharaj giving Bhagavad Saptaha and Valmiki Ramayana, Navaha Katha, and in this way, and various other learned scholars, both monastic as well as non-monastic, they have come and taken part and shared of their knowledge as part and parcel of this year-long ongoing program. This I am talking about headquarters. Similarly, such programs have been going on practically all over India, in all the important branches of Gurudev's institution, which was established 51 years ago today, 13th of January 1936. So in 86 January, he completed his half a century. In the same year as Gurudev's centenary birth anniversary was to take place. And therefore, we are very, very happy. Practically, the conclusion of this period seminar has brought the program to a culmination, I should say, because tomorrow is actually the winding up process, the Shobhayatra and Nagar Sankirtan, and day after tomorrow is the final Divan, because it is the actual birth centenary day. And we are happy that today's program has been marked by the sharing of 4 very learned speakers, the MP Pandit, Dr. Pandit of Aurobindo Ashram, Pondicherry, and Syvc Singh of Aligarh University, and our Vishnu-Devananda, Dr. Vishnu-Devananda of Gurukul Community, and what is more, our very, very worshipful and revered Swami Vishnu-Devananda Maharaj himself. He was the second speaker in the afternoon session, and I am very happy I was here. I was listening to him downstairs also, and I was about to miss this wonderful privilege of having your darshan and also receiving this gift from Shyamal Kumar Dev, because I have sent a note to Ashishan Swamiji that due to very pressing work I am unable to leave Guru Niwas, and therefore I shall not be able to come. Please request Swami Krishnanji to conclude the session. And I had written a note and given it to someone to deliver it to Ashishanji. Next moment I suddenly realized that I had promised someone that I will be releasing a very, very great labor of love which she had poured his whole dhan, literally, and brought it out. I met him at midday after the morning session. I promised him I will release it in the afternoon session, not at night. That day I remembered it. And I said, I cannot go back on my word. So after the note, I followed it. I said, I'm coming. And first of all, I will do that release. I am happy to be able to do that release. Happy to have listened to Swami Krishna Maharaj also, and happy to have received this gift of Mati Darshan, and happier than ever that I was able to have darshan of all of you wonderful people, noble souls. Your being here is illuminating the hall. See, more than tenfold, hundredfold, and all these lights put together. Chandelier and tube light and big floodlight. More than that, the lights that you are. See, you are shining so resplendently, so splendidly, that it is tenfold more than all the lights put together. Tamev bhanta manubhati sarvam tasya bhasa sarvavidam vibhati. That bhasa is Sriti Sarvasya Vishtam. And therefore your centers of light, may you shine with the light that you are. Be a lamp unto yourself, a light unto yourself, and a lamp unto the feet of others. With this, I have got the very pleasant task of releasing a centenary commemoration publication in the language of Karnataka, 100 different booklets on 100 chosen subjects, 1,000 copies each. So, 1 lakh of booklets. All the wonderful yajna, dana, nisha, yajna, dana, both are combined together. And in doing this yajna dana, the donor and the producer had to do lot of tapasya. And his wife also had to do lot of tapasya. Because she was deprived of her company. She had left home. Most of the time she was engaged in this work in Bangalore only. Leaving his home, Dharmadipa in Chikmagalur. Shri Kodan Ram Shetty, General Secretary of the All Karnataka Swami Vishnu-Devananda Centenary Celebrations Committee. Kodan Ram Shetty, kindly come upstage. And Mrs. Kodan Ram Shetty, also please kindly come upstage. If you can possibly do it, come back a double. Syvc Kodan Ram Shetty, ನೀವು ಕೂಡ ಬನ್ರಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ಬನ್ರಿ, ಸೇವೆ ಬನ್ರಿ. Kodan Ram Shetty will come. So 100 booklets, 1,000 copies each, 100,000. That is the offering for Gurudev, because he knows Gurudev loved Jnana Yajna, and this was the most effective this way of bringing this Jnana of Gurudev into hundreds of homes and hearts. And therefore this wide large-scale prasad in Karnataka to bring that thing there. Long may you live and prosper. God's grace shower upon you. Shri and Srimati Kodan Ram Shetty, they have been long associated with Devananda Society in its work. And what year was the conference? 1972? Signal conference? 1972. They had a wonderful conference, Devananda Society conference, All India Devananda Society conference at Chikmagalur. General Karyap also attended it, I think, and Siddhanta Bharati and many people. And Madam Indra Devi also came and addressed the gathering at the time, the great yoga exponent of LA. And I am very happy on behalf of the Akhila Karnataka Swami Shivani Shatabdi Mahotsava Samiti to release this wonderful, with great joy I released this book, and we have printed the names of the 100 titles. So you can know what it is. Wonderful. We cannot read it, but this is what you have done. And the motif of the illustration, cover illustration, is Gurudev covering, standing posture, holding some books like a schoolboy here in this hand, and then giving books in this hand, holding books here next to his heart and giving books here. And I am very, very happy with this. And he has made special transparent plastic coverings to contain all the 100 in 2 bundles of 50-50, 4 bundles of 25-25, all the 100 booklets.
Jai Ganesh Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Parimam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Parimam. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Parimam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Rakshamam. Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Parimam. Subramanya, 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 Rakshamam. Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Parimam. Subramanya, 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 Rakshamam. Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Parimam. Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Saravana Bhava, Parimam. Subramanya, 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 Rakshamam. Subramanya, 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 Rakshamam. Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Parimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshamam. Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Parimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshamam. Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Parimam. Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Jai Saraswati, Parimam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshamam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Rakshamam. Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Ram. Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sadguru Ram. Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru Namah Shivaya. Om 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 Namo Narayanaya. 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 Om Namo Vishnu-Devananda Maharaj ki jai. Thank you all. Now you are here at the very heart of Shivananda. This is the place. This is the place where Gurudev not only stayed. In the earlier days, this small area was used for satsang, and there was no wall, no roof, an open veranda. And I used to prepare the altar at the other end before satsang starts. Dana Swami standing up. Okay, so Gurudev is up. This are, we had only about 20, 15, 20 inmates, for inmates. Inmates, but in America inmates means prisoners, but we are all prisoners in America. Prison is an open jail. Inmates are open jail. Anyhow, we are 20 inmates and maybe 5 or 8 guests will come. And something is done here. And then, of course, it's all open. It was not like this beautiful, there's no fan, only one lantern. So Gurudev will go and sit at the bank after sunset so that we can prepare the bed. We show you the bedroom. We bring at hot days, summer hot days. So don't worry about it, sleep there. Okay. No, it's not. The cot we'll bring up and put it here and prepare the bed while they will be sitting there, and once the bed is prepared, then we all have to, myself and son, prefer the money, but both are almost same age, maybe 1 year or same age. And he is no more, he is gone. Many of the Swamis are all gone. The bad people will be left here for some more. Good people need to serve some more. And that's his kitchen. So this was nothing like this. You don't imagine it's like a lecture. There was no painting. Everything was falling down. That inside the house it was like a dark room, damp darkness, and you can never see light there, you see. And once or twice, Ganges came all the way to Master's bedroom, about 4 feet of water here. Ganges was so happy to come and bless Master in the bath, full of water all the way. Anyhow, this way where we started everything. Of course, I'll show you the actual Ananda Puja. This was not belong to us in those days. This belonged to people that are called Sudharsham, the trust. They gave masters to sit here. And upstairs, there was what you call store room. And they put everything there. When master was staying in house, they would tap with them on the man. They won't give that, they also give. And they won't sell this property, they won't give it as property, they won't give upstairs, they use their upstairs. So, okay, master staying here for so many years, okay, we can stay here, but they never did anything. Anyhow, that's where how. And that's the place. Once I was doing the preparing the bed, not the bed, okay, before the people come, I prepare the altar. I was just only 8 months or 9 months afterwards I came. I must have done anything. And I just said, now I just look back. We had to go to America one day. I heard master sometimes makes clothes, but he never makes clothes. Everything he said, even in a joking way, he knows that what he sees. Now look at this. After that, 100 years, people came from all over the world, and I'm able to bring you here. And I saw this. One day I'm going to bring the devotees who are born in different parts of the world,
and they all will come here with Swami go. He didn't go and bring, but he said the exact mention is it will be that actually true. Now just check that Malan is going to so you can see that. This is the way match. So later days they will take shoulders. This is the master used to sit in the same chair. This is the way his typical position. That hand. And when he puts the hand, you can put the lights on again. That position, these are the later days position. Later days when you sit cross like this. Just later on. But that is sufficient. He just open your eyes and close it 1 minute. He knows everything, everything about everything. That is the typical position of his hand. And do what he knows that is covered to take that thing up. Put it on the floor. So what I want is to see it. This real asset is sitting there, what you are covering up the whole. Put it on. If you want to put this one with white, that way, they can see this. So this is about the history. And afterwards I showed them a small, the left side you can see a small room. It was only a thin shed. After the Gurudev attack by the Govinda, the attack by the Govinda. And the master sleep all around here, no one is at night, all open, when there is nothing here. And then someone said, that's nice, that they built that small kitchen for me. I only stayed for a few weeks and I ran away from the here. This will be going, we will be going, if the weather permits, this is the other side of his ashram where the Swargajam people gave him maybe earlier Tapasya is done in this place, other side. You show that those days, everything was here, there was nothing but except for small forest. We'll show you, and we'll take you there if the weather permits you there. Okay. 46 I came to see him first time, I showed you where I saw it. That's only a second there was nothing there. The bus which comes from Haridwar, pilgrims will take all the way to Vishnu-Devananda as you saw. There's only one hanging bridge there. And there, you cross that, the pilgrims will go through the Ashram and walk, and then people will take this side. And then I want to see Master Room because I came for 2 days people. I had only 2 minutes. Because of the bus I had to go back. So I just came and will show you that now they're all doing what they said. And then we were seated just on a simple bench, cement bench. I saw him only 3 minutes, about 20, 30 pilgrims were there. I was small by 2.5, so I didn't dare to come near him. But I looked from the distance, I saw for 6 minutes. And I knew that I could hide and I left about 2 minutes from my first. Then second time I came, 3 days I stayed. And that's the time Master was coming from his office to do the. Now there are certain post office, I don't know what was being said. I'm not doing that. And I should. Now I'll take it inside. My Brahma duty is the first day I was given the assignment as a personal assistant. I took charge from another Swami. His name perhaps some of you know. He's Switzerland. He came back from Onkara. We are the 2 youngest Swamis. And he was my studying master, very young. He must be also 17. I was 18 or 17 and a half. And then I got the job from him, so I was a master. The first day, for those days, master sit and there's a small desk right. And the books are there. Every day is a certain time, twice. The discipline and punctuality is a certain time, certain things you do. Exactly the same discipline, whether it's sick or not, makes no difference, And so I came the first day, the master was in the office. And I was tidying up his study and I saw a small match lying on the top. And I thought empty match, but then it was something inside. I opened it. There was some metal piece. maybe irregular metal piece. I said, but nothing, I do not know what it is, so I did not know what. So I put it one of the medial holes inside. Then next day, and not that evening, I think, they saw me in the office. Swami, having seen that gold piece, what gold piece? I had a shock. In the matchbox, there's something. Oh, yes, I saw something, I don't know whether I just put in another medial hole. There's so many small things in the or pocket what. I do not know what. So put it back on the top. And I did not know what the purpose of it. Later on, Swami Govindananji, his house was one of my so you get in Bible on Govindananji. He was not an educated person, but he's a very strict rule to serve man, very beautiful. So Govindananji said to me afterwards, oh, that is the thing he puts in his mouth when you write. The gold piece he puts it, then you write. I never knew that. And because I think there's a tremendous vibration, I think some magnetic current comes. That's all his teaching, his writing, has some magnetic power. It's not mere light from the intellect. He goes into a kind of mode, meditative mode, and he writes. And each day he shows it tomorrow how the manifestation comes. So that is the way. And then I was a little bit really shocked. Because Gurudev was there, I said it is there, but in India, everything people see everything, and I was a young boy. And so I knew that it is there. So I don't know whether Gurudev believed it or not, And my body was really inside this feeling. Because first day I got a job and something is missing, especially gold piece in India. It is not there. I was really pained, but how could I pray? But Master, I knew that Master will forgive me if I have. And anyhow, I can't prove it by my innocence, you see. So I put it there. And a few years afterwards, several years afterwards, that Master, sorry, the great time to put it. Then I was still at sleep. So he told me after breakfast he was going there to give some letters. And then a couple, an old woman and a daughter, a granddaughter, or grandniece, they come up and they go to me. And she went to take bath in that garden, next to that, you will see that. And as she was taking bath, she lost her necklace. Beautiful necklace, that is a gold necklace. In India, a girl gets a necklace is very costly. In fact, that's the whole bag. They put everything, they make necklace and for the showcase for them. And you said everything it is there. And lost the cat. And as she came out, she and our granddaughter all came and started crying and oh, Gurudev, help us. And it is for them, it is life. You can't imagine the suffering of it. And I was just standing outside the gate. Just as they were crying, Gurudev just turned towards me for a second. I don't know, something, as he was pushing me to go into the gang. I just walked straight, went down the last step. And he planted his power, you can see it's miraculous. He just made me look. He didn't say anything, he didn't even talk anything. He was just sitting still on the top, on the room. And he pushed me down, and no word, no, I can't even explain that. I came there, and within a minute, I could find where the necklace is right inside the gas water. And I picked it and brought it. I didn't know not. So that also then, as I brought and gave to Master, everyone had it. Now, Master, what you remark? No one would give after giving it. No one they give it. You must have kept it. That is the joke. You want to just see his compassion and love. I still felt that on the day he must have hurt my feelings. But I must have kept it. But he made me to again feel that he is not any ill feeling of because he did not miss it. So he made me to see another thing, other side of the story. And then I gave back and want to prove that he still trusted me. And so many things like that happen. So this is section for introduction here. Now it's good in reach. This will give everybody the problem. Coming inside, we had come in one line, okay? One line. Next day, the mother rat took all the babies. where the soul meditate on the same spot you are able to just they're all great. That's what Master, he saw that. They're all some of the past incarnations were the devotees of him, He wanted to come here all. In arrangement, came here. And this you pick up the mat, we carry water in it. It's the original one, he kept it. We just took the museum piece. Okay, come in, please, come in, everybody forward. Fast. Come inside, come inside. Anyone who hasn't seen before, please. Those already here don't come. Because we don't have much space. Please, I'm not going to only one. Who has not seen? Please, anybody there outside anymore? Anybody outside? Please come in. I won't explain afterwards, All are here? Okay. So this is the Master's bedroom, the typical same cot we carry. Summer he puts on open veranda, he sleeps all alone. And the winter he sleeps inside this. There was no painting, still dropping upon. And there's a pigeonhole where the rat babies was mother brought and left it there. So Master will protect until they die. And this is the bedroom, and that's meditation room. And today now they made a pedestal and put it on the top. And that is bathroom. Now you can go and see that. We pray, let's meditate for a minute. Yeah. Come on, come on. You know what it is. And the Gandha story now coming up, it will rise today because rain, lots of rain. It will rise, and then it will reach Master's bedroom. Twice it was Master's bedroom. Once a crow was caught in the current. The water was almost very good. And he was just walking, the crow, that I jumped in the water in the same and I used the Master's warm kitchen to warm her. Okay. It is still raining, is it not? It's going to clear up, is it?
Yeah, it's going to clear up.
But the rain is warm, is it not? Warm rain.
It's quite minus.
All right, would you like? Yes. The tanker we used to eat there. There's a place they used to cook with the kitchen, and right side of that thing they're also open. See the two this thing, you can see the two big windows, open windows. That was the open area, and that's the place. The first one area inside was the place where the linders. I was standing there, and the Master was staying that way. There is office within that area. You just walk, stay here. And the first time I came, that was not there. There was only a small wall and that from the beach area. The Master was coming here, I just moved and hit there. He generally comes and goes this way, but he turned that way and got me there. Well, the place is there. And then Master was doing Adave at the bottom with the disciples. I was standing on the top, so there was and that's the time, and I did not want to come and join the Adave, my technique. Do this type of superstition things, the worship, And I stood up on the top, but Master was waving, and that's why he's changing my whole attitude. So you can see that, you can go nearby, you can see everything. And that's called ashram, Ramadas ashram, where the library, where it's the only library we had to read any book, etc. Forgotten, that side is the forgotten, and the Master is, that cottage is somewhere there. And the weather is perfect, that will go there. So now we saw from the distance, now you can see the closer. So that is the thing. And the other things, the Ananta Kudi, the first thing, the original thing started, we'll show you that when you go up. Okay, so that is the Damage's office. That came later stage, not the first office, it was the post office I mentioned. This came only during 1947, during the Diamond Jubilee celebration, that hall built on that name, Diamond Jubilee Hall. That was the biggest hall we had. That